We celebrate Christ's birth on December 25. But was he really born on that day? Let's find out. For those of you who are just here for the answer whether Jesus was really born on December 25 or not, let me give you now the straight up answer. I'm pretty sure that Jesus was not born on December 25. There. Hopefully though, you'd stick around and find out why. I'm going to walk you through these three things. Number one, what are the evidences that show Jesus wasn't really born on December 25? Number two, when did we actually start celebrating Christmas on December 25? And number three, if Jesus wasn't born on December 25, why do we celebrate Christmas then? Okay, so what are the evidences that show Jesus wasn't really born on December 25? Let's start with the shepherds. According to biblical accounts, there were shepherds out in the field keeping watch over their flock by night. Shepherds are not in the fields in the winter time. They are in the fields early in March until about early October. This would place Jesus' birth in the spring or early fall. It is also a historical account that Jesus lived for 33 and a half years and died at the feast of the Passover, which is at Easter time. Easter, as we all know, also happens at around March or April. He must therefore have been born 6 months the other side of Easter, making the date around the September or October time frames. There are other interesting facts like how John the Baptist helped determine the date, how Elizabeth, that was John's mom and Mary's cousin, also helps confirm it. Really interesting, but I don't want to bore you with the dates and Tiberius and Augustus. Plus, I want to limit this video to just 7 to 8 minutes. I'm going to place a link in the description below if you want to research more. So, no, Jesus was not born on December 25. But when did we actually start celebrating Christmas on December 25? The early Christian church did not celebrate Jesus' birth. It wasn't until AD 440 that the church finally proclaimed December 25 as the birth of Christ. This was not based on any religious evidence but on a pagan feast. Saturnalia was a tradition inherited by the Roman pagans from an earlier Babylonian priesthood. December 25 was used as a celebration of the birthday of the sun god. It was observed near the winter solstice. So when we celebrate December 25 as Christ's birthday today, think that it wasn't always that way. Now, having said that, let's answer the final question. If Jesus wasn't really born on December 25, why do we celebrate it? Does it really matter whether Jesus was born on December or September or October? Does it matter what day we celebrate his birth? Some people, even Christians, actually disproves celebrating Christmas for its pagan origin. I can fault them for thinking that way. But do you know that a lot of our practices nowadays in modern time are actually based on pagan practices? Here's one of the most common one. Handshaking. Well, we can't do that right now with the physical distancing and all. But yeah, we are aware that handshaking is a common practice for greeting and respect in everyday life. But do you know that shaking hands has a pagan origin? Shaking hands in pagan times was a way for each party to inspect whether the other party was secretly brandishing a weapon in their palm, essentially clearing the air before getting down to business or murdering the competition. We're not murdering someone when we shake hands today, obviously, but you get my point. It will be wrong, definitely, if you celebrate the birthday of the sun god on December 25. Are you? I don't. When I celebrate Christmas on the 25th, I think about Jesus. Because you see, The birth of Christ was thought about by God Himself the very first time mankind rebelled against God in the Garden of Eden. God thought, well, I am a just God. You sin against me, so justice needs to happen. But I am also a loving God, so I have to do something about it. Somebody needs to be born as a man, live as a man, and die for the sin of the world. And it happens to be Jesus, the second person of the Godhead. He was born on that Christmas day, September, October, or whenever that is. It's too busy to live a perfect life and to die as a sacrifice for our sin, so that mankind's relationship with God can be restored. So, whenever you feel far from God, whenever you feel you are too sinful to deserve God's love, think about Christmas. Think about that on that day, God in His love reached out to man and was born in a manger. I don't care if it's December 25 or September 1. Honestly, if any one of you knows what Jesus Christ's exact birthday, tell me, I'll celebrate it. Because the birth of my Savior is worth celebrating whenever the time of the year that is. In the meantime, nobody knows the exact date. Let's just redeem December 25. Instead of celebrating the Son God, let's celebrate the birth of the Son of God. Thank you for watching. If you find this video useful and encouraging, please like and subscribe. Paki-hit na rin yung notification button so whenever I publish a new video, hopefully every Monday, you'll be notified. This is Arnold and this is One Point. See you again next week.